Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Did you get under the skin of your former radio host partner? You know what I'm talking about? Used to have a radio partner?
Anthony.
Holy shit, did you trigger him?
Dude, he's
I'm not joking.
I'm not. I've been doing this a really long time. He's the easiest person to trigger in the entire industry. He's so easy that to spin it, he tried to tell everybody that he made a nickname for me, Greg Shells or something like that, where people were scared around me because I would go off. You know, Anthony is 10 times worse. With him, it's like kicking a stupid anthill. It's so easy to trigger the guy. What do you got on this, Rant?
He went on. First of all, you triggered him so much. I'm going to say this one more time. I don't know why it keeps dimming.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
No one's complaining. I'm not, but I have to. Never mind. You triggered him so much. He went on a 35-minute rant. Opie. He broke down the video 4 separate times. He had a guy saying, pause it, hold it, and he would comment.
Wait, what video? What video? Which thing this time, I should say? This guy's has been making crappy videos about me. Man, I couldn't even tell you for a long time. Which video? Which video was he pissed off at this time?
This video, he had his people edit it into 4 separate segments. He goes, all right, roll it. And then he would roll a clip, and then he would comment on that clip. And then all right, and then he would go, next one. He would roll that clip, stop it, and then comment on it. And while the clip's going, he'd be going like that. And he, are you fucking kidding me? All right, stop it there. And then he would comment on that, go to the next video.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. He's profiting off
something. I have not watched him since the Opie and Anthony show ended. I mean, it is insanely minimal. I know what he's up to in very, very broad strokes because, you know, people tell me shit, but I don't search out any of his stuff. I mean, zero. What you're telling me right now is new to me. I would never click on one of his Opie hate videos.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
It's the first time I've ever watched him. So he is actually a very clever guy.
He's smart. He's
smart. He is smart.
He used to be really, really funny. He threw all that away to be obsessed with race. He's very good at manipulating the audience. I mean, I lost a major chunk of the Opie and Anthony audience because a lot of these guys still buy into his horse crap. I would think at this point people would be onto some of his BS, but I guess not. But yeah, he's very smart, very clever.
He is clever.
He spends pretty much his entire day on this type of stuff. So I can't go toe to toe with him in that world. He loves that troll world. He lives for it.
This is what I couldn't understand is like, I can't picture you guys ever being friends. This is what Anthony got wrong about me. He got one thing right about me.
That's everything wrong. He never got to know me. He doesn't know the first thing about me, but he has a lot of opinions about me and my fucking life. Dude, I met him 30 years ago. And from 95 to 98, we got along. At this point, I don't believe we were ever friends. But there was a time I would have said that we were kind of friends from 95 to 98. I gotta make sure I say this clearly because these guys pick apart every single fucking word I say. Yeah, there was a time from 95 to 98, I would have considered ourselves friends. But with the luxury of time, I now know we were never friends. And then this guy started attacking me in around 98, 99 and hasn't stopped, Ron.
You think you think he was never your genuine friend ever?
100%.
It was all a show. It was all
100%. 100%.
And he's like that with everybody or with you? Was it jealousy?
He has the facade that he's a fun-loving guy with a lot of friends, but no. You're not going to see a lot of pictures with him hanging out with people socially. You'll see one here and there after he does a TV appearance or something. But his whole life is BS.
So let me ask you this. For the Opie and Anthony show, who was the bigger star? Were you the face of the operation?
I was absolutely the face of the operation, but if you ask the fans, they would say Anthony was bigger than me. But you know, I was the one that put the whole fucking concept together.
Okay. Yeah.
And you know, if I was going to be honest, something he's not. He doesn't take responsibility for anything. I think the first 10 years of the Opie and Anthony show were absolutely amazing. And then the last 10, not so much. Not so much. Anthony completely changed and decided to go more on the dark side. And then, you know, the last bunch of years on Opie and Anthony, I was pretty much wallpaper on my own fucking radio show. That's why I love Carl Ruiz to this day. That's why I'm starting to really like you, Ron, because I'm able to show people all these years later that fucking Anthony, especially the last bunch of years of the Opie and Anthony show, where he was in my fucking way. He was in my way. And I just sat there like a dummy, like wallpaper on my own show. But all you have to do is listen to the stuff I did after the show broke up, and you can see where my talent lies.
Opie, before I forget to say this, he is kind of profiting off of that video, off of that 35-minute rant with some other guy named Gavin McGinnis or something.
Good old Gavin.
Oh, you know this
Who
guy?
also trashes me on a regular basis, and I put
really?
a camera in his face and I said, "What do you got to say now?" He had nothing.
Oh, okay.
I was 3 feet from him with a camera. He had nothing to say to me.
Oh, really?
That video is on my YouTube channel. But you know, another brave guy behind the keyboard.
Oh, okay. So Anthony Cumia and Gavin McGinnis, whatever. After that 35-minute video, by the way, it's going on 100,000 views.
Man. You know, I had an Anthony video that I posted yesterday about how his career sucks too, because he likes to think that his career is just on fire. Who sang "Fire" that way? This girl is on fire. And I made a video like, hey, loser, your career stinks too. It sucks too. And that video, man, I'm up to 1,000 views, so I'm doing something right, Ron the waiter.
The girl that says I'm on fire, she's from Hell's Kitchen. I forget her name. Alicia Keys.
Alicia Keys.
Oh, so hold on. So let me finish. So because that rant about you, and by the way, he talked about me a lot too.
Yeah, that means you're doing anyone that is associated with me that does well. He's going to go after. Trust me,
dude. He was actually really kind of complimentary to me.
Well, he knows how to do that. You know, divide and conquer. He's very good at that as well. So, you know, if you want to fall for the bait, Ron, good for you. But whatever.
He was surprised I haven't left yet. He goes,
"Oh yeah, of course, because I'm such a crappy person, right, Ron?"
No. He goes, "Ron hasn't left yet because he's still in his honeymoon stage." And this is where he got me wrong. He goes, "Ron was a massive O&A fan from Boston. I didn't know who the fuck you were when I met you."
Thank you, Ron.
Dude, I thought you were an alcoholic because you fucking.
Thank you, Ron. Sorry, go ahead.
That's what I'm saying. Like, he thinks I'm a huge sycophant, and I'm like, no, I didn't know who the fuck you were.
It's frustrating because the amount of lies he throws out there, and people buy into it. There's nothing you could do when you have a shitty person like that will continue focusing on you and keeping their claws in you. There's nothing you could do. All you could do is tell your truth and move on. I don't watch his dumb stuff, although now I want to, especially knowing that I triggered him again.
Opie, at the end, it was so successful, 100,000 views.
Mm.
At the end, he comes on with Gavin McGinnis.
Right.
And then there's a promo at the bottom, and he goes, "If you loved what you just saw, and you want more content just like this."
Yeah.
And he points down and he goes, 20% off right now if you subscribe. And he goes, "If you really enjoy what you just saw, show your love and subscribe. I'm giving you 20% off." He's using us to get more subscribers.
Yeah, I got a lawyer said that I have a lawsuit there. I haven't really decided what to do with all that, but we'll
What do you mean
see.
a lawsuit?
Huh?
What do you mean a lawsuit?
Lawsuit for defamation, all the lies he's telling, and using way more of my content than you're allowed to use.
The whole 35-minute segment was me and you.
Yeah, fair use doesn't cover a 35-minute fucking video.
And then he based on the 35 minute
video is this? What thing did we do that he was so mad at? I don't even know.
Okay, so you remember when I had the segment famous feuds between comedians?
Yeah.
And I said, hey, Opie, you know what's funny? You know what popped up? Bill Burr versus Anthony Cumia. And you went, God damn it, Ron, now you triggered me. God, now you know I got to talk about it. And then you went off on a rant.
Let the people know I was joking.
I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah. No. You were like, wow, but you were like, God damn it, Ron. Like, shit. Now I'm going to have to talk about it.
The Bill Burr feud is so ridiculous. Bill Burr did nothing to Anthony. Nothing. Anthony said a lot of really shitty things about Bill and his wife. And then Anthony happened to be in the cellar and he saw Bill Burr and he couldn't understand why Bill didn't want anything to do with him in the cellar. And then Club Soda Kenny, who used to be my main security guy, threw Anthony out of the cellar.
Wait a minute.
In Anthony's stupid mind, he doesn't understand why Bill Burr would be so mad that he doesn't want to talk to the guy. So then that made the feud go even more toxic.
Hold on. He talked about this. Hold on. He ranted about you, and he said, fucking Opie. By the way, he doesn't call you Opie. He calls you Greg Opie Hughes. He says your full name. Greg Opie. He doesn't say Opie.
Oh, wow.
He either calls you Greg Opie Hughes or Gregory Opie Hughes.
Oh, Gregory. That should trigger
condescending.
Me. Yeah, of course.
So he brought it up, and he goes, fucking Gregory Opie Hughes. Gregory Opie Hughes got me shunned from the Patrice O'Neill benefits and got me fucking kicked out of the Comedy Cellar. That fucking piece of shit. He turned all the comics against me.
Wait, who got him kicked out of the Patrice O'Neill benefit? Me or Bill Burr? I'm sorry.
No. I don't know. He said he's blaming you for being shunned from the Patrice O'Neill benefit, and he's blaming you for being kicked out of the Comedy Cellar.
Me?
What he said. That's what he watched.
Crazy.
I'll send you the link. He talked about it. He blamed you for being kicked out of the Comedy Cellar, being shunned from Patrice O'Neill, blaming you for turning all these comics against him.
Yeah, everyone is against you because of me. Are you sure?
Do you know what word triggered him? Because I by the way, I watched it twice just to.
Oh my God! Why would you do that to yourself?
Because I'm dyslexic, so it the first time
had to watch it
I am dyslexic, so it has to sink in.
All right.
I think the word that truly triggered him is when you called him pathetic, because he kept, I'm pathetic. He just kept saying the word, but I'm pathetic. I'm pathetic.
Yeah, yep, he is. Yep.
And
I'm not chasing the dream anymore. He is. That's why he's pathetic. I'm exactly where I want to be, doing what I want. I get to roll out of bed. I get to spew some nonsense on a live stream. I make a couple bucks. Lately, I'm having fun doing it with you. I'm exactly where I want to be.
Opie, he absolutely thinks you are insanely jealous of him because I got the call. Gregory Opie Hughes is still waiting for his call.
What call?
WABC called me. Who the fuck called Gregory Opie Hughes? Nobody. Keep waiting, Greg. No one's calling, buddy.
Really? Ron, I swear to you, and this is what bothers him, ABC called me years before they called Anthony, and I didn't go for their stupid deal because there's no money in it. No,
and then he said, the only people calling.
They called me too. There's a guy named Chad or Chaz over there. I forget now. Chaz, I think. Chaz. I sat down with him and had a major meeting. And I said no to him 2, maybe 3 times. The final time ABC called me, I was actually with Carl. I was on 72nd Street. And I got the call from Chaz. And he goes, look, Ope, I just want you on WABC. I just want you on. How about you do 10 a.m. to noon every single day? They actually were offering me full-time, not some lame-ass middle-of-the-night fucking weekend shift. And he goes, look, 10 a.m. to noon. You don't even have to come here. You can even do it from your beach house because I know how important that is to you. And I'm like, oh, all right, this is interesting. I said, this is interesting, right? He goes, one problem, I can't pay you. It's got to be a revenue share where we split half the money of the advertisers that come in. And I was going to have to pay Carl and Vic at the time, maybe Sherrod. I would have to pay an agent. And then my agent at the time, I've switched since then. He's like, well, let me run the numbers. And the money they were bringing in for 10 a.m. to noon on WABC was so insanely bad. And then I would only get half of that. We decided it wasn't worth it. So it's not like I'm sitting here waiting for a call. I've had my calls. Have I had a call lately? No, of course not. And like I said earlier, I can only tell my truth. This will also be spun, but this is the truth.
Oh, by the way, and then he brought up, he goes, if you really want to know the real inside story with me and Opie, read my 2 books. It's all in my books.
Yeah, that's what you do. That's what you do. This guy who was going nowhere in life, Ron, do you understand me? He was going nowhere in life. When I met him, he was married. He was miserable. He didn't even have a car that worked. He had to use the company fucking van. He was renting a shithole in Huntington. I give him the opportunity of a lifetime. Did he make me better as a radio guy? And did we have a good run? Sure, I have to admit that, of course. But I was doing just fine on my own. And no one was going to give little Anthony Cumia a break in radio. No one, except for this stupid guy. So I gave him the break of a lifetime. Know how he pays me back? I'm not looking for a medal. I'm not looking for a trophy, Ron. I never got a fucking thank you from this guy. I got a thank you from his mom. His mom thanked me and said, I really appreciate what you did for my son. So I have that. I have that in my heart. Anthony's mom thanked me, but I didn't even, I wasn't expecting much from him. But then this guy turns around and trashes me in 2 books that no one fucking bought or read. He's a piece of garbage, like I've said from pretty much since like I would say 99, 2000.
You know what also I realized?
Damn it, I have no coffee. Go ahead, Ron.
How many times do I have to fucking tell you when you're on with fucking Ronnie Berman?
I know, Ron, but I'm trying not to drink as much coffee.
Coffee's actually kind of healthy for you. Like it, if you drink coffee, you will not get liver cancer or liver disease.
Oh, damn.
It's very good for your liver.
All right.
So what was I going to say?
Yeah.
So Anthony, what were you just saying before, though? I was going to comment on something.
I don't know.
All right. So anyways, never mind.
He trashed me in 2 books, which, by the way, I did not read. Yeah, I'll tell you the truth. You want something good?
Yeah, good.
So I refuse to read his books. I don't watch his videos. I know he's full of fucking nonsense.
Hold on. That wasn't on the New York Times bestseller list?
No.
Okay.
Not. Jesus. He did a book signing. This is one of my favorite post Anthony things. I'm not stupid enough to think that I have enough fans to fill a room these days. He writes a book and he puts together a book signing, right? And he's at a table with about 6 Sharpies because he's thinking, oh, my God, the amount of autographs I'm going to be signing today, I'm going to need at least 6 Sharpies. I got to go through these Sharpies. Dude, supposedly less than 10 people showed up.
Was it like at Barnes & Nobles?
I don't know. This was when the first book came out. I'm not stupid enough to go out there and think I could fill a room with my fan base. Why would you even think you could do that?
I can picture Anthony. You know he's watching right now. I didn't realize.
He watches all my shit. It's so weird, dude.
Opie, he knows everything in detail. What we're doing, get parts,
weird. I couldn't tell you.
He knows everything. How long I've been on the show, everything.
I'll be honest. Like he does Sunday nights on WABC. I tuned in once. He's been on for I don't even know. He's been on for a while now. And I was out on a Sunday. And I'm like, let me see what this is about. The show was so who gives a shit. I was amazed. And if I was like building a radio show right now, I wouldn't be looking at Anthony Cumia. He's doing a conservative talk show that is like every single other conservative talk show out there. The thing that made Anthony very, very special back in the day was he was very clever and he found different angles on stuff. But now he's drank the Kool-Aid and he's like, oh, conservative talk show host. That's what I am now. And it's like a stamp. This is how you do it. There's nothing special going on the damn show. And then he's pulling out a Ronald Reagan impression. Reagan's been dead for 50 years, for Christ's sake.
Well, this is what he said.
I'm not going to say, look, I try to be really honest in these things. I'm not going to say he sucked, but I don't think it's anything special that's going to get him maybe to a full-time AM radio gig. There was nothing special there. It wasn't even that funny.
He essentially blamed you and
for
Bill
everything,
Burr
for his whole life, I bet.
He essentially blamed you and Bill Burr for putting him in exile for 10 years. So he said, for 10 years, I did it on my own.
Yeah.
And he goes,
congratulations.
After 10 years, I vindicated myself.
Yeah, you did.
And they came calling to me.
Yeah.
No one's calling Greg Opie Hughes.
I told you, I had calls from ABC. I had calls from EEI in Boston. That one I didn't even like. I was supposed to go up there.
He brought up the revenue share, though. He said it was a revenue share and they weren't going to pay you.
Oh, so he's admitting ABC called me because that's
he's admitting it, but he said it was a revenue share.
For a while, he said they never called him. He's lying.
No, he did. No, he said it was a revenue share, and then he said the only other offer you ever had, was like those podcast bots.
What?
Where like they'll take any podcast. Is that ringing a bell?
No.
He says there's like this company that will put podcasts on even if you have 3 followers. Oh, by the way, and then he talked about how he talked about other podcasts that go after us, and he goes, he talked about the podcast that gave me betting. He knew all about that in detail. He knew about everything in detail. He knew about all the betting and everything.
Because he sucks up to these fucking lowlifes. Anthony's the king of the lowlifes. You understand that?
I have a question.
He had a chance to get out of the lowlife world, and he just couldn't do it. He was a troll when I met him, and he's a troll to this day. And by the way, I just have to say, we literally don't know who got you the betting. People are trying to take responsibility for it out there. We literally don't know. But go ahead, Rod.
He said, I'll send you the link. He said it was one of the guys from that.
No, I'm not going to watch. Trust me.
No. So he kept bringing up on the other podcast, who the fuck's Uncle Rico?
That's Shuley, right?
I don't know. Does Uncle Rico have a podcast or something? Or he's like, Uncle Rico. Does Uncle Rico go after you?
I hope not, because he's a guy.
Sounds like he does.
Oh, God. Shuley, what are you doing? You don't have to fucking... What are you doing, Shuley? Shuley's a really good guy. Look, I'll tell you. I've never watched his podcast. I know he has a podcast that goes after Stuttering John. Okay? I think it's called Uncle Rico or something like that.
No, it's Uncle Rico. He brought it up. He brought it up.
So Shuley worked for the Howard Stern show. Shuley would stop by the Opie and Anthony show and say hi, which was pretty brave because, that was a no-no. If you work for Howard Stern, you can't have any contact with Opie and Anthony, but Shuley didn't give a shit. And Shuley was very, very, very cool to me. I have no issues with Shuley. So what happens to these people? You don't have to buy into Anthony's crap, you losers.
He was insinuating that there's a couple podcasts that go after you and you can't handle it, and one was like Uncle Rico, and I didn't understand that.
I think he's projecting. I think he's the one that can't handle this shit.
Hey,
because
go ahead.
I took my shots at Anthony recently, right?
Yeah.
I lost Twitter. Twitter, they literally hate me on Twitter. I'm not stupid. So I spoke my truth. This is the only thing you could do in this world. And then I went like this. And I put Twitter aside because I'm not going to read this horrible shit about me. Why would I watch people saying horrible shit about me? Why? There was a time I did 1,000,000 years ago, but I had to fucking work through that. We had a message board that Anthony controlled, and he loved that they all went after me, even though we were doing a radio show together. It was called Whack Bag. And I used to read whackbag, and it would just eat me up inside. And then I finally realized through therapy and all this shit, you can't control what people are going to say about you, but you can control whether you read it or not. So him saying that these low-level shows bother me, I don't even know what they do. Sometimes their videos pop up when I'm on YouTube, of course, but I don't click on them. Why would I do that to myself?
You know, you brought up Howard Stern.
Yeah.
So this is like a two-parter. So he's saying, first of all, he said you were obsessed with going after Howard Stern and you wouldn't let it go.
Yep.
And hold on.
He got something right. He got something right. Yeah.
He said
it's based on loyalty, something he doesn't have. That guy isn't loyal to anybody.
Right.
And the whole Howard Stern feud started. I was a schmuck doing radio in Rochester, New York. Brother Wease was everything to me. Brother Wease continues to be everything to me. He had to step away from radio, unfortunately. And back in the day, Howard Stern came into the Rochester market and started attacking his daughter, who was a bit on the slow side. I don't know what the word is these days, but she's an awesome person. And Howard went hard after Weeze's daughter. You know what I said to myself as a schmuck just starting in radio? If I ever get the chance, I will return the favor. And luck would have it that I got the chance. So yeah, I went hard after Howard Stern.
So the chance is you're in the same building and he's the floor above you.
Another garbage person, Howard Stern.
Okay, so that's not what Anthony said. That's not the reason.
Anthony said, go ahead.
So first of all, Anthony goes, Opie was obsessed with Howard. Opie thought Howard was talking about Opie and us. And then Anthony goes, you don't get it, man. We weren't even big enough for Howard to even talk about.
Oh my God. He's spinning everything now.
So hold on. Let me tell you why he thinks you were
meetings. We had meetings about Howard Stern. We weren't allowed to mention him. We had major. What is he doing?
He said, so this is why he said you were obsessed with Howard and you wouldn't let it go.
Can I add to the equation, by the way?
Yeah, go.
Anthony was a little Howard Stern fanboy. He was the one obsessed with Howard and listened to him every day. He was a little fanboy. Yes. And the only reason I didn't listen to Howard, and the only reason I didn't listen to Howard on a regular basis was because I was out there starting my radio career far, far away, where he wasn't syndicated until he was finally syndicated to Rochester. But I didn't listen to him a lot because he wasn't on my radio dial when I was driving around.
Right.
But he was a little fanboy of Howard.
So he said you wouldn't fucking leave it alone. And the reason was, this was the reason.
All right, here we go.
He said Howard Stern and Andrew Dice Clay were goofing on your father and laughing about it.
Yeah, they did.
And Anthony goes, this is how stupid Opie is. This is how stupid Opie is.
Give it to me. Give it to me, Ron. Give it to me.
You know what I mean? Like he's psychotic. Like he creates these things in his head and they're not true.
Crazy. Oh, look at me. I'm crazy. No,
he said you're crazy.
I'm crazy.
Yeah. He goes, this is how stupid and crazy.
Oh, I'm stupid.
He said, you thought Howard Stern and Andrew Dice Clay were laughing about doing something to your deceased father. And Opie goes, I'm sorry. And Anthony goes, it wasn't that. That's how stupid Opie was. They were talking about, now I don't understand this. Hold on.
He did.
He said they weren't talking about your father. They were talking about Mancow's father. What the fuck's that? Who's Mancow?
Mancow was a morning guy in Chicago, and Howard absolutely did similar shit to Mancow's father. I got proof on my YouTube channel. I'm not
they actually talking about your
Howard and Andrew Dice Clay fucking went after my dad after he died. Yes.
Oh, they did.
Can I point out this loser? This is E-Rock. He used to be a producer of the Opie and Anthony show, and he drank the Kool-Aid, and now he's in Anthony's camp, and he's now with the cool kids. E-Rock, you're with the cool kids now, are ya? This is incredibly sad. You're incredibly sad, E-Rock. Now that you're with the cool kids, how is it to be with all the cool kids, E-Rock? How is it that they don't goof on you anymore? Go away, you loser. Why are you up watching my shit? I don't watch anything of yours. Go ahead. Oh, he's going. Oh. Hey, a-hole, you started with. No, I didn't start with you. You're not even a thought in my life. Let me do what I should have done a long time ago. Hold on. Oh, my God. The chat's going nuts. Hold on. I got to pick him off. Goodbye. All right. Anyway, go ahead, Ron.
So he said, essentially, you kind of sabotaged Sirius XM, and he said,
wait, who?
No one at Sirius XM talks to you anymore except one person. He said you only have one friend left at Sirius XM.
Yeah.
Wait.
Hello. Dude, stop watching my shit. Who gives a crap what I do? Who gives a crap, Eric? Do you feel good that you're part of the cool club now?
No.
Who gives a crap? What?
You started this shit.
What did I do, Eric? What did I do to you, Eric?
You want to know what you did to me? It's laid out on a video, all proven with your text, tweets, all of this shit. You started it years ago when you walked out at Sirius XM being an asshole. Then you ditched it at Westwood 1. And then
wait. What did I do at Westwood 1?
Really?
Yeah, what did I do?
Tim Sabian hired me to produce your...
No, he didn't. You're delusional. I didn't want anything to do with you after I left Sirius XM because you weren't buying into the new show.
What show? You weren't doing a show yet.
The show I was doing with Carl and Vic, you weren't buying into it. So when I moved to Westwood and I was thinking of getting a producer, your name didn't even come up. You're delusional. It wasn't even a conversation. It wasn't a conversation, Eric. Eric, your name never came up to produce the Westwood 1 show. I didn't stop you from getting a job over there. I absolutely did not. And I'm not going to watch I'm not going to watch your dumb video where you trash me. Go have a good life and leave me alone. I don't even know what you do. Jesus, these guys are crazy.
Hold on. Who is that?
That's E-Rock, who that's the first time I talked to him in many, many years.
Who's E-Rock? That sounds familiar, by the way.
E-Rock was one of the main producers of Opie and Anthony. He did very good stuff for us. I'm not going to lie. I can't lie about it.
Are you surprised he just called you?
No, I guess not.
When's the last time you spoke to this guy?
Hear what he said? He goes, I got a video that lays out the whole thing. Why would I go and watch that? And he's trying to say that I prevented him from getting a job at Westwood. It's not true. When I left Sirius XM, I wanted to reinvent myself, and I didn't want all the same fucking idiots around me. So his name didn't even come up to produce my show.
Boy, they're coming out of the woodwork today, Opie.
Oh, well, E-Rock's part of the cool club now. You know, he was hired by Anthony, who Anthony used to talk mad shit about this guy, but he falls for that, and he worked for Anthony, and I'm sure he got his eyes were open to Anthony's BS.
Oh, he's an Anthony guy.
He is. He drank the Kool-Aid. Yeah, the guy drank the Kool-Aid. He's all in with Anthony. But with that said, you know, during the Opie and Anthony years, E-Rock was a soldier, and he did a lot of really, really good stuff for the show. And that's that.
Wait a minute. You maybe.
But I guess I'm supposed to watch a video where he lays it all out.
To watch it.
I go watch this stuff.
Wait a minute. You said something. You made me think of something.
Sure.
You said it's a big no from like if you do the Howard Stern show, you can't do the O&A show. Did you kind of say that?
Yeah. There was real animosity between the two shows for sure.
So didn't Arty Lang do both your shows? Didn't Arty Lang do both?
No. All that came after because then Howard, he started throwing a whole bunch of people out with the trash, and those guys started doing our show.
Oh, it wasn't the same. Okay, all right.
To tell Arty Lang to beat it, I don't give a crap how bad he was doing, you know, in his personal life. To let that guy go, you want to talk about delusional.
Yeah, but you let him go because of his addiction.
Unbelievable. He's so damn good.
Artie Lang is I just watched another video. Oh, by the way, yeah, that's why I bring up Artie Lang, because he brought up Howard Stern. He was just on Skankfest again.
Yeah.
And he was talking about he wanted to get back to Rochester, New York. And he said, the driver said, it's a 3-hour drive. He goes, if you can do it in 2, I'll give you $500.
Jesus.
They fucking go. They get a pizza first. Artie says, we get in the front seat. We eat the pizza, whatever. We eat it real quick. And he goes, I pass out, thank God, because I didn't want to talk to the kid.
Right.
And he goes, I wake up, and I'm like, and this is Artie Lang speaking. He goes, I wake up in the front seat, and I tell, yo, pull over now, I'm going to vomit. And the kid goes, no, we're 20 minutes away. He goes, no, you don't get it. Pull over fucking now, I'm going to vomit. And Artie Lang goes, the guy's got one of those fucking Bob Marley Jamaican fucking blunts. And he goes, the kid's leaning back like this, driving with one finger, listening to Rush going 95 miles an hour. And Artie Lang's like, I don't even give a shit. He's like, but dude, you got to pull over. Pulls over. And Artie Lang says he opens up the front door, and it's like Dazed and Confused. Like billows of smoke are coming out. And Artie Lang is puking out the driver's side door. And all of a sudden, the fucking highway patrol, whatever. And Artie goes, this fucking kid freaks out, drops the blunt, starts burning his nuts, trying to put it out. And Artie goes, literally, billows of fucking pot smoke are flying out the driver's side. And he goes, I'm leaning over, and he goes, it's like Linda Blair. If he's projectile vomiting, that's what happened when you do opiates. You will projectile vomit. You'll eat and then projectile vomit. And this is the story. And he goes, this is all the cop said. The cop, by the way, he goes, the kid's freaking out. This kid. The cop walks around, sees Artie vomiting, and literally just goes, Artie! And he just goes back in his fucking police car, leaves. And the kid turns to Artie and goes, are you like famous? And he was talking about, this was his time on the Howard Stern show. Right. And I'm like, wait a minute, he does the Opie show too.
No.
But that was after.
We had some great appearances from Artie after literally Howard kicked him to the curb. There was, Artie was still strong, man. He was still great at radio.
No, but wasn't Howard concerned about him he was concerned about his addiction, right? He was concerned about him dying.
Yeah, that definitely played into it. I don't live Howard's life, so I don't know exactly what was going on. But my point is that Howard threw a lot of really funny people away, like Pat Cooper, Gilbert Gottfried, Artie Lang, and there's a few more in there. And they all didn't have major problems. He was trying to reinvent himself, and he got rid of people that did amazing radio for the guy.
Right. Hey, can I say something else that Anthony ranted about you?
Yeah, but at this point, I got to go. We could do a part 2 tomorrow. God damn.
He did a massive rant about, you see the sun above your shoulder?
Yeah.
He says you're doing that on purpose because you're trying to hide your fucking your wrinkles, and you're trying to hide. What's it called when people get those marks? What's it called?
Dude, the guy looks like he sleeps in a gravel driveway, and he's making fun of my looks. What is
he's convinced you're so vain.
Yeah.
He's saying this fucking guy's in his 60s. He's fucking looking at him. His hair's falling out. He's got wrinkles. And he's got, what's it called? Old age marks? And he goes, it's on fucking purpose. Look at him. He thinks he's the divinity.
Right.
He went on a big rant about this picture.
Ron,
saying he goes, you don't want people looking at your face.
Oh, but here's the problem. This is why he's so full of garbage. What about I would say the first 30 minutes of the live stream when there's no sun and you can see my face crystal clear? How does he explain that part of it? He's a lunatic, dude. He's a lunatic. At this point, I'm convinced he's severely mentally ill.
Opie,
severely.
You two have your conviction and his conviction that you're both are fucking mentally insane is absolutely true. He is convinced. No, I'm not joking. He's convinced you have real psychological issues. Oh, yeah, and he thinks you're delusional. He thinks most of the stuff you've ever done, you've made up.
Oh, yeah. Of course
and you think that about him. It's hilarious. You both think you're crazy.
Anthony. I made everything up.
He said the only friend you have left at Sirius XM is some intern who got thrown up on.
Oh, Pat Duffy? No, man. There's a few people I still keep in touch with, but I mean, dude,
but
but all this is projecting. He doesn't hang out with anyone from Sirius XM. He doesn't have any of the O&A comics on his show, like zero. It's all projecting on his part. A lot of people blew me off. I burned a lot of bridges, of course, but he sits there and makes believe that they're all just marching into his show and doing his show. No one is bothering with him either. That's why when I said yesterday, and it triggered him, that his career sucks too. It couldn't be more true.
Oh, here's the other thing he said.
All right, go ahead, Ron.
It's like, Belichick Brady. It's like Belichick Brady. Like, who was the one who made the other person?
Right.
Anthony said he was the show. And he says, you are now trying to prove to people you can be successful and famous without Anthony. And he says it hasn't happened yet and it never will.
Okay. Well, if it never does, I'm going to lose a lot of sleep over that.
And
Anthony was a nightmare to work with. Near the end, well, not the end, it was a bunch of years. And this is all the stuff E-Rock knows, but he drank the fucking Kool-Aid. We never knew if Anthony was going to show up. The guy was missing so many fucking days. And at first I covered for him. And every time we took a day off, they would come to me. Yeah, of course he was all the partying. And they would come to me like, taking another day off. I'm like, yeah, we figured we'd do it. I would try to cover for him, but he was missing so many days that I finally had to start doing the show without him.
You two are like teen siblings just going at it.
But dude, I don't want anything to do with him. I don't watch his shit. Every once in a while, I gotta hit back. I don't give two craps what he does. I don't care if he becomes the most successful radio guy in the history of radio. Why would it matter to me? The guy is doing one shitty shift on an AM station in the middle of the night on the weekend. Like, we'll work on your crap because you're not doing much better.
Well, he said for 10 years after you and Bill Burr banished him for 10 years.
That's I don't even know how to respond to that.
Okay, hold on. So let me hold on.
Bill Burr are friendly. We were friends.
Oh,
we hung out. But as the years have gone by, it's less and less. I know if I text Bill Burr, he'll write me back. But we don't have much of a relationship these days.
He goes. Gregory Opie Hughes is so delusional. Gregory Opie Hughes is so delusional. He thinks Bill Burr is going to call him, and Opie will open up for him at Madison Square Garden.
What the fuck? No, I don't think any of that. This is all.
Greg Opie Hughes thinks Bill Burr is going to resurrect his career. Keep waiting, Greg. Like that. And this is just, by the way, he says the whole black thing. He absolutely is adamant. He doesn't give a fuck that Bill Burr's wife is black. This is what he said.
Whatever,
he said, Bill Burr, listen to me. Yeah. He said, Bill Burr and Anthony Cumia had a meeting at the Whiskey in LA.
Yeah.
They had a
Joe
sit
Rogan
down.
set that up. Right.
They had a sit down.
And Bill Burr said to his face, I don't want anything to do with you. Yeah.
Correct. It ended with Bill Burr saying, my wife doesn't want me to have anything to do with you. I can no longer work with you anymore. And Anthony goes, it's not because she's black. He goes, maybe a little. And then he goes, maybe a little. He goes, I think she had a problem with one of my tweets about the black community, and she happens to be black, but I don't care if she's black. I don't think she liked my comment about the black community. So she told her husband. And so for 10 years, I had to do my own thing called the Anthony Cumia Show. And it was so successful. Conservative WABC called me, begging me. I have my own show and I get paid. What is Opie? Opie does shout outs for $2 for 30 people. Who gives a fuck?
I don't. All right. What? I mean, there's a lot there, Ron. I mean, his company was a complete failure. He had to sell it for pennies. What is he talking about? Oh, whatever. I mean, I saw the numbers. They try to hire me twice. I'm so bad that they try to hire me twice. Keith literally opened up the books and basically was telling me they were bleeding money. Bleeding money.
Hey, all I know is he's trying to profit off this little little back and forth. Opie, he's going on 100,000 views, and he's saying, "Hey, if you literally like what you just saw, meaning the whole episode was about us." So what do you mean? So if you like more of Opie and Ronnie, follow Anthony Cumia. That's what he said.
You might as well watch Anthony because that's where we'll get our audience. Let me see. Yeah, but my video that's labeled Ant's pathetic AM radio gig exposed. Your career sucks too. I got 800 views, Ron.
Yeah.
Oh boy, is that gonna make me not sleep for a while.
Oh, wait a minute. Here's something else you went fucking nuts on. Holy shit.
I gotta go though.
What? Wait a minute. One more. You know what? You want to finish tomorrow?
Well, give it to me, and then if I
but there's more to talk about. But
sure.
No, I'm going to give you this. I'm giving you this.
Okay, go ahead.
Boy, did he call you out on this one?
Oh boy,
talk about you being fucking AWOL. He goes, the last show, the last airing on WAAF, which was historic. He goes, where the fuck was Gregory Opie Hughes? I was there. I was there for this historic ending of WAAF. Why didn't Gregory Opie Hughes show up? Where the fuck was he? I showed up. He didn't. I don't even know what that's about.
What is he talking about? For real? What is he talking about? That's creepy.
I don't know. He brought up that you never showed up for the last episode. Did WAAF go off the air?
Well, we got fired for the mayor's prank. I was there right next to him. What is he? Oh my God, this is getting creepy. Are you sure you got this right?
Did WAAF went off the air? It was like their last episode, which was a story.
Oh my God, when he went and did no. Why would you do that? I know what he's talking about. I thought he meant the Opie and Anthony show.
No, he's talking about when WAAF went off the air and it was an historic event.
Yeah.
He was man enough to show up and you never fucking showed up. That's what he's talking about.
Ron, okay, now I know what you're talking about.
I don't know what's going on, by the way.
They fired us, Ron.
Oh, so wait a minute.
He's talking about the last show the radio station did years later.
Yes. He said he was man enough to show up. He said he was man enough to show up to show his respect because it was an historic event, and you didn't have the Gregory Opie Hughes didn't fucking show up.
Gregory, right? Gregory. He doesn't even know my real name, Gregory. I've only said it a million times on the show that my mom hated Gregory, so I was named Greg with 2 G's.
You know when you're mad at your kid and you'll say the full name with the middle name.
That's what he does.
That's how he says your whole name now.
Oh, that's good. That was my first radio name, by the way, Greg Opie Hughes. All right, Ron, this was fun. Oh my God, a lot to digest. I guess I got a lot of videos to watch today. My God.
I'm going to send you that link. If you want to watch it, watch it. Don't.
Nah, don't send me the link.
All right, I will. All right.
Don't. Please don't. Because I got to watch.
Picture Anthony now.
I got to watch E-Rock's video where he breaks it down in a video, and then I'm not doing any of this. Why would I show up for the last broadcast of WAF? They fired us.
I don't know. He made it sound like it was a bad thing. He didn't do it.
Arrested in that town. Why would I do that?
Yeah.
Plus, there was no one left that I even liked except for Mistress Carrie. That was it. That's the only person. Why would I show up for Greg Hill? Get the F out of here.
Well, if you wanted,
was no longer with us. Ozone no longer with us. Why would I do that? That radio station fired us. Oh wow, he's reaching at straws at this point, huh, Ronnie? All right.
Well, then he goes, Bill Burr has a problem with me. What about all the comments that have a problem with Opie? And then, so then right away he brings up Rich Voss, and he said you kind of fucked him over on a business deal.
No,
that's what he said. He said you fucked him over on a business deal, and he goes, I don't get it. Their wives were friends.
No, his wife is a terrible person because after Rich Voss and I had a problem. She fucking blew off my wife. My wife has nothing to do with any of this shit.
By the way, this is what he said.
E-Rock's wife did the same thing. Blew off my wife. My wife didn't do anything to these people. These people are fucking nuts. Rich Voss, as simple as this, he was making a documentary, and me and my wife, we gave them a lot of money. A lot of money. 10,000. I would have to get the exact figure. Something like 10,000, maybe more. So they can make their documentary. What business deal? I gave him money, and I even said I don't even need the money back.
And by the way, he titled it this: Comics Who Think Greg Opie Hughes is a fucking asshole. And then he said, that's how he voted it. He goes, so let me just give you a list of comics who think Greg Opie Hughes is a fucking asshole, because he fucking is.
Yeah,
Rich Voss, boom. Then he goes into
first of all, to Rich Voss. Why don't you explain what I did to you as far as effing you over on a business deal?
That's what he said.
You will never see anything about it because it's a made up lie. The fact is, he's pulling at straws. Me and my wife, we were interested in their documentary, The Women Aren't Funny or whatever. And they needed funding. They came over to this apartment and talked to us. We wrote a big check for this movie, and that was it. We wanted to be involved a little bit, which I know my wife was here and there. Yeah. And then the movie just did okay, and that was it. And I never asked for the money back. What is he talking about?
I don't know. And then he goes, you know who else thinks Greg Opie Hughes is a fucking asshole? Nick DiPaolo. Like, what's going on there?
I never had a relationship with Nick DiPaolo. Nick DiPaolo didn't even do the Opie and Anthony show a lot.
So why are you bringing him up?
Nick DiPaolo. I never hung out with him.
Is he a Boston comic?
He's a funny fucking guy, but he's a very angry, funny comic. But there's no reason for Nick DiPaolo to not like me. We'd never even.
But he says he thinks you're a fuck. Oh, this is the other guy.
He wasn't even a big part of Opie and Anthony. He didn't really do the show a lot.
Okay, here's the other comic he brought up. He goes, this guy. he goes. This guy thought Greg Opie Hughes was a fucking asshole.
Yeah.
Before O&A finished, and he goes, he would only do. He goes, even though he thought Greg Opie Hughes was a fucking asshole, he would do the O&A show, because if you did the O&A show, it would put ass in seats.
Yeah.
What comic do you think I'm talking about? He's huge.
I have no idea. Literally.
He had his own television show. He said he had a big problem with you.
Oh, did he? What was his problem? He could come on this thing anytime he wants and tell me the problem.
He said he fucking did not like you. He fucking thought you were an asshole. But Anthony goes, if you were a comic and came on the O&A show, your career got cultivated and bloomed.
Yeah.
Now hold on. So he had a television show. Take a guess.
This guy's saying.
Take a guess. He had a television show.
Well, Jerry Shepardini, CK, you dummy. All right, Louis CK.
Yeah.
What was his problem with me?
I don't know, but why did someone say Louis C.K.? So there is a problem. Did someone just say Louis C.K.?
I don't know what the problem would be. So
why would someone say Louis C.K.?
Dude, Louis, I would see Louis from time to time, and I didn't see an issue.
You never had an issue with Louis C.K.?
Last time I saw him, he was touring the literal school my kids go to. He was thinking of having his kids go there. I saw him in the hallway. Oh. He was so excited to see me. He gave me a big fucking hug. We were talking about our kids and the school and this and that and what have you been up to. I never got the feeling that the guy had a problem with me. And then I said, hey, you got to do my this is the funny part. I go, hey, you got to do my podcast someday. He goes, I would love to. And then I realized I don't have his number anyway to contact him, and it just fell flat. But that was the last time I saw him. You know, I do have a massive Louis C.K. story, but I have to run it by my lawyers.
Oh, really?
Something to do with.
Can't you do it in innuendos? Can't you do it kind of subtly?
Something with him creeping around. He knows exactly what I'm talking about. But I don't have a problem. I don't have a problem with Louis C.K. So if he has a problem with me, he could come on this thing and let me know what the problem.
You know who has a problem with Louis C.K.? Ferns. Because remember, he would get it.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah.
You didn't laugh? It's funny.
I'm not going to lose sleep that Louis C.K. has a problem with me. He's got bigger problems.
Did you realize there was a problem?
No.
Oh. Clearly there is.
All right.
I don't know.
What are you going to do? All right, Ron, I got to go.
All right. So,
wow, I think you're a big Anthony Cumia fan.
Hey, he did say, you know what he did say about me?
Yeah.
He goes, this guy, Ron the waiter, he's much, much smarter than he comes across.
That's stupid.
And then he goes, wait. And he goes,
yeah.
He'll figure it out.
Oh, yeah.
They all eventually figure it out.
Figure it out, right?
And he's going to bail on Opie.
Right?
And Opie's going to call him a fucking traitor. But Ron the waiter is too smart to stay with Opie.
Yeah, look at what he's doing. Look at what he does, this idiot. All right, Ron.
All right. Maybe I'll see you this week at Geps.
Well, it's my wife's birthday this week, so I got to figure that out. Maybe we'll do another one tomorrow because I want to do real stuff. Although,
should I plan on tomorrow morning?
Yeah,
why not?
Yeah, why not? But we got to do a quick one tomorrow. A quick one.
By the way, let me say this. You know. Oh, Anthony is literally he probably looks like he's got rabies. He's foaming. This is Christmas morning to him. I'm not joking. He's gonna pick this apart. Oh my God, I'm telling you, this is gonna build up. He's gonna pick this apart. He's already picked apart the last video.
Have fun, Anthony. Have fun with this.
Anthony, enjoy. Anthony.
I'll say it. Wait, I wanted to tell you something, Ron.
Yeah, go.
I'm going to finish with this. So, I did a lot of therapy. I had things to work out in my head and in my life. Something that Anthony probably. Oh, sorry that I suggest anything, but he probably should see a therapist and talk about some of the shit that went on in his life and especially his childhood. He would learn a lot. And my therapist, Anthony came up and she basically said that he is so fucking mad that his career went bye-bye. And he doesn't want to take any responsibility for what he did for his career to go bye-bye. He's got to blame everybody around him. And you're the number one target. So he put his claws in you and he will never let go. That's from a therapist, like I said yesterday, that had more diplomas on the wall than I could count.
Yeah.
And that's the truth. It really is the truth. Anthony takes no responsibility for his race crap that, pissed off the company. He could have toned all that down. He chose not to.
Can I ask you a question about Anthony?
Yeah.
First of all, so did he get that type of philosophy from his parents, like from where he grew up? Like, you don't just get that shit on your own. You don't get those belief systems on your own. Maybe that's what is he Italian? Italian from Long Island? Oh, what a shocker.
I'll tell you this much. It hit me between the eyes. By the end of Opie and Anthony, he held everybody in the room hostage with his racist rants. Even Jimmy would roll his eyes, and I know they get along, and Jimmy will never fucking admit this, but I saw it in Jimmy's face, like, here we go again. And that shit hit me between the eyes, because when we first started the Opie and Anthony show, any type of race stuff that came up, it was under the guise of trying to be funny and clever. And then Howard Stern did all that, didn't he? And then all of a sudden, you fast forward and you're sitting there, and all of a sudden you're doing a right-leaning, serious conservative talk show, and there's no more jokes anymore. The jokes went away. They were few and far between by the end.
So did you have any? Because of Anthony, did you have any? Did you have a lot of black guests or black co-host?
I mean,
like Sherrod Smalls, probably like would Sherrod Smalls do it if Anthony was that racist?
Well, Patrice saw right through. Patrice liked him, but also knew he was a racist. And
so what did Patrice think about it?
He laughed it off, like you're a silly man type of thing. Yeah. But I sat there on my fucking hands. Like I said, I'll be the first to admit I was wallpaper on my own goddamn show because I didn't want to be involved with that black crap and the gun talk every single day. That's not what I signed up for.
Yeah.
All right, Ron, I got to go.
Hey, just another question. I was thinking about Anthony Cumia. Like, is he financially, how is he financially, like, from the Opie and Anthony show? Like, is this guy well-to-do? Does he need a show? That was my question. Like, does this guy even have to work?
I mean, we more or less made the exact same money through our careers, except for one of the last contracts when he signed behind my back, and then I refused to sign, and the company came to me and gave me a decent bump up to sign. But besides that, we made pretty much the same money.
Okay.
And I'm doing all right. I might have to make some moves, but I'm doing all right. So I would assume he's doing all right, but I don't know. I mean,
does he have a wife and kids?
What?
Does he have a wife and kids he has to support with that money?
No.
Oh, so he's probably doing okay.
I don't even know. I literally don't know. I don't know if he has a girlfriend. I have no idea. Literally don't know the first thing about him. I don't watch his shit. I don't pick it apart. I mean, I could easily take an Anthony video and pick it apart, and I would get my 100,000 views, Ron.
It's just weird. I can't picture in my mind you guys being buddy and laughing. I never because I never watched the Opie and Anthony show ever. So like I can't picture you guys in a different.
I hate to say I hate having regrets in life. I really do. I hate it.
We all do.
But back in 2000, I tried to leave the Opie and Anthony show. I thought I at that point I knew he was garbage, and my agent talked to my weakness, the fact that I grew up very, very poor, and I was about to make stupid money. Oh, and I decided to continue. It wasn't because of him or the popularity of the show. I was like, holy shit, I'm going to become a millionaire. And it's one of the biggest regrets of my life because I should have just stayed true to myself. I would have been just fine. I knew in 2000, and then he finally blew himself up. He blew up his career. I had nothing to do with it. A mere 14 years later. And that's my regret. I should have fucking followed my gut. All right, Ron.
Well, it was a learning lesson. It was a learning lesson. By the way, like, how old were you when you offered that money?
It goes so much deeper than that. It has a lot to do with enabling and how I was brought up.
I understand, but how old were you when you offered that money?
I don't know, late 20s, I think.
That's what I'm saying, Opie. In the late 20s, you're offered $1 million. It's life changing. It's literally
I was in my 30s by then. Sorry, the math was the math right there was terrible.
But I get it. Yeah.
Right. Well, but I regret that because I knew in 2000 that this guy was garbage. And then for for most of our career together, we barely talked on the phone. He only would call when he would have some problem. And then we would try to talk it out. I tried everything with the guy. None of it worked.
All right.
And he's just a garbage human being. He walked out of my wedding with a bunch of people just for a fucking power move.
Really?
We didn't even want to invite him to my wedding, but I was doing the show with him, and then he fucking took him and a whole table of people and went to Atlantic City because that was way more important than staying at my wedding. He's garbage, Ron. Fucking garbage. Never wanted to know me, but he knows everything about me. He's never seen this apartment that I've had a million years. He never went to the beach house. He only met one of my kids when it was a newborn because my wife stopped in one day. He's just garbage. Never wanted to know me, but knows everything about me. He's ridiculous. That's how
he knows everything about what you've been doing on this show in detail.
Oh, good for you.
He's obsessed with you.
Dude, how mad was he? I need to know.
Yo, the word pathetic just got to him. All right. Pathetic. I'm pathetic. Are you fucking? That guy's fucking a lunatic. He's delusional. He's fucking insane. He's got an entire fantasy world in his head that doesn't exist in reality.
All right.
I'm pathetic. I'm pathetic. I'm the one getting phone calls.
I listened. Let me talk to little Anthony as we leave today. Ron the waiter, you were great today.
I'll see you in the morning.
Well, no, I just want to say to little Anthony, I'll stop using the word pathetic, okay?
All right? Hold on.
What?
No, go ahead. Go. But he said you're purposely not swearing on your shows.
But people could.
No, he's saying you're purposely not swearing because you want to get picked up by somebody, so you don't want to swear a lot.
Ron, are you starting to get the big picture? Like something like that. All you would have to do is, subscribe to Opie Radio, wherever you get your podcast. You're going to hear plenty of cursing. What is he talking about?
He says you don't curse because you want to get picked up. And then, by the way, every time Anthony would say the Opie Radio show, he would go, yeah, show. Every time. Every time he would say, every time the Opie Radio show, yeah, show if you want to call that a show. Like
it's a show.
And as you notice, guys, Greg Opie Hughes is not swearing, or he barely swears because he wants to be picked up. He wants the advertisement.
God! First of all, the advertisers don't care. Second of all, if you download any episode of my podcast, you'll hear plenty of cursing. I try not to curse as much because after a while, I listen back when I'm looking for clips and I hear like every other word is fuck or something. And I'm like, this is a little too much. So I try to pull back a little bit for that reason. But I'm cursing. Oh, my God. Anthony, I won't use the word pathetic anymore, okay? You're the greatest broadcaster to ever do radio. You're even bigger than Howard Stern and Joe Rogan, okay? Okay.
He doesn't like the P word, Opie.
We're not going to say the P word. We're not going to say pathetic anymore, okay?
Oh, my God.
All right.
I'm pathetic. Opie's fucking pathetic. I'm pathetic. I'm pathetic. He's literally like that. Like, me?
Anthony, you don't have to pick up that beer bottle. Everything's going to be okay. I'm not going to use pathetic anymore, okay? You're the greatest broadcaster ever, Anthony Cumia.
I'm going to get a thesaurus, and we'll see what other word we can say besides pathetic. How's that?
I gotta go.
I gotta go too.
No, I gotta go.
No, I gotta go. I'll see you in the morning.
All right.
Yeah. All right. See you later. See you in the morning.
Tomorrow.
All right. Have a good day, everybody. Bye.
Yeah. Have a good day.
All right.
All right. Bye, guys.